In Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23, it says, "Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and to good deeds, not forsaking our own assembling together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another all the more as you see the day drawing near." Those are the verses we're going to talk about today. And just looking over fellowship. The amazing thing is that we get to have fellowship with one another. There's a connection, there's a closeness, there's having things in common, there's a sharing of heart. And one of the things the Hebrew Christians here that the writer of Hebrews was writing to was to say, hey guys, it's all found in Jesus. We have a right relationship with Jesus because of what he did on the cross. But there's something about us being called into fellowship with one another. He says, let us consider how to stir up or how to stimulate one another to love and to good deeds. How is this done? It's the love of Christ flowing through us, not forsaking our own assembling together, as is the habit of some. There can be that kind of Lone Ranger Christian of, I don't need to be around other people. I just got me, Jesus, and the Bible. And it's important to have our own time with the Lord, but it's important that we gather together. The church is the ecclesia, right? The Greek word meaning that we're called out and we're called together for a purpose. And then Jesus says, hey, I want you to go and walk out the Great Commission and go into all the world and preach the gospel. So we're called out, we're called together. Ephesians chapter 3, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, and that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and the length and the height and the depth, and to know the love of Christ, which surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled up to all the fullness of God. So he says here that we would be able to comprehend, right? That's to understand. But where is it found? Is with all the saints, and it's to know the love of Christ. And so when we are amongst the broken body of believers that have been redeemed, that are being redeemed by his love and his Spirit dwelling in us, we really do know the love of Christ because we see it in amongst one another. We serve one another. We're not forsaking the assembly together, but we're encouraging, we're praying for, we're worshiping together. We're obviously spending time in the Word. So I just want to encourage you guys, spend time in fellowship with Jesus. And not just that, but amongst the brethren. And you find out you're not the only one, right, that's going through the ups and going through the downs, but we can encourage each other through that. So just want to encourage you. Love to see you face to face soon. Have a blessed day.